Hey, what's up? First thing I like to say is thanks for hitting the link and watching this video. It took time and effort to make this. Really do appreciate that. Also, if you don't mind, can you hit that like and subscribe? Hitting the like don't hurt none. You can hit it right before you see the video. Don't worry, you will be satisfied. Also, we trying to get some new things going on in this channel, and to do that, I need new equipment. And to do that, it would really help if you could give some kind of donation. If you can't, it's cool. It is what it is. We still appreciate your presence here. If you can, that would be very nice, and link is in the description. Anyway, right now, let's get to our regularly scheduled program. Hey yo, I appreciate it if you could hit that like button right about now. What's up, BBN? Jack Fraud speaking. Yeah. Okay. So exactly. LeBron James. So he's been coming out and he's kind of upset that everybody doesn't love him. He does know that this is like the real world, and in the real world, sometimes people just don't like you. You didn't even necessarily need to have done anything. Sometimes there's people who don't like you, period. Now, if you add that to the fact that whenever you're at the top of your game or whenever you're on the come up, then you got people that don't like you for that reason because they can't go nowhere, or they not going nowhere, or wherever they're at, they would like to be doing better, but they can't. And they see where you're at, so they hate you for it because they know that you're going to either progress or you're already above where they're at. I have no idea why LeBron James have not learned these lessons yet. He's a grown ass man. So, LeBron James is upset, and he's been he's been saying people are hating on him and shaving his head and all types of different other crazy stuff. But I think like the problem he has is a little bit deeper. But before I even get to that, you got to think about it like this. He knows his chances of winning a ring anytime soon, it's not going to happen. He knows he's not getting a ring anytime soon. The way that his team in Cleveland is currently constituted, they're not going to be able to beat the Golden State Warriors. Like, that's not even a question. So that means that he either has to change teams, right? Or not get a ring. Because how are they going to gut? They can't even gut Cleveland at this point. Like, who are you going to gut Cleveland and bring in? You're going to have to make so many trades, and then everybody's going to know you're behind it. You understand? Everybody's going to know he's behind it. Maybe that's the reason in which why they want to get a new GM. So now when they make a whole bunch of trades, it could be on the GM, you know. Well, the reason why we made all these trades was because the new GM came in and those was his desired moves that he wanted to make, had nothing to do with LeBron James. Maybe that's the narrative that they want to push. Well, in reality, we know who the freaking GM, president, and owner of the team is. LeBron James, because they don't want him to leave. And anything that he says that he wants, they will try to get for him by hook or by crook. Fact. So, you know, there's that. And then also you got to think there's quite a few like he's having a problem with Boozer. Wasn't him and Boozer teammates at one point? No, Boozer was on Chicago. Well, whatever the case is, he's having words back and forth with Boozer, right? So I could just assume now, first of all, just so we could have full disclosure, I could assume that there's tons of LeBron James teammates that you could go get, and they're not going to speak favorably about the individual because he just seems to me to be like a douchebag of a teammate. He's constantly throwing his teammates under the bus all the time. Like with the freaking, when he came out and he was like, well, I left it out all on the court. Like, yeah, by saying that, you're kind of, passive aggressively saying that other people didn't. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that very passive aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Like, leaders don't do that. Leaders don't do that. Leaders either say, well, this guy needed to pick his game up, that guy needed to pick his game up, or you don't say nothing and say, I needed to play better. Those are the two ways that a leader could, we needed to play better. I needed to play better. Not, well, I left it out on the court. I played as good as I could play. I couldn't have played any better. The other guys, I don't know about them. It didn't seem like they were trying very hard. Because that's basically what he said. I mean, if you break down, if you dissect what he said, that's basically what he said. He just didn't have the guts to just say it. He wanted to like leave it to our imagination, leave it to our thoughts. But that's basically what he said. Anyway, so LeBron James is having all of these different breakdowns about how people hate him, which I don't even understand why he's having breakdowns about how our people are hating him, which he consistently has whenever he loses the finals. Remember the year that he said he lost and he was like, "Well, I'm still rich." Remember that? Everybody, for some strange reason, people forget that he said that he absolutely disrespected his entire fan base and everybody else's entire fan base and everybody basically on the planet that wasn't rich right along with him. I'm still got money, so I'm gonna be happy. Like, nah, my dude, you're not gonna be happy. Your happiness isn't actually tied to money at this point. Your happiness is, it seems, I wouldn't even say tied to accolades. It's tied to being able to say that you're better than other people, when in reality, if you ask me, he got all of those triple doubles, but Kyrie was the best player on the freaking Cleveland Cavaliers. LeBron James get a lot of triple doubles because he freaking pads its stats after the team has already won or after the team has already lost. He's still playing with 5 minutes to go. Like, that's crazy. Like, he's just padding his stats. Remember, that's what got freaking Derrick Rose injured, when he was padding his stats against what was that, the Detroit Pistons, when he got injured in that game, that they was like blowing him out like by like 20 with like 2 minutes left. I think that was the Pistons. Anyway, LeBron James just pads his stats. That's why I don't understand why people keep bringing up LeBron James stats all the time to me. Don't bring up LeBron James stats. He pads his stats. It's okay, though. Talk about freaking Michael Jordan stats when he was in the 1985 freaking playoffs against the Celtics, and he was scoring. I think he averaged like 35 points a game, and he had no one on his team at all, and he had kept a triple team. How about that? Okay, how about that? How about that? Okay, tell me. Anyway, so another thing that might be bothering LeBron James is, and I'm not saying that he is doing this. I'm not saying he is doing this necessarily. I'm not saying he is doing this, but you do know that when a person abuses steroids, they do have all type of different emotional issues where they have emotional breakdowns. They either become really, really aggressive or really, really passive, but most of the time extremely aggressive. They have all type of different mood swings because of the steroids and because of the hormones. So that can also be going on with homeboy if he is doing any kind of steroids, which I wouldn't doubt much. And I'm not trying to sully his name, but if I'm just saying, if it came out that he was part of some kind of steroid sting or something like that, I mean, I wouldn't say, "Oh man, I had no idea." I mean, I wouldn't also say I knew it, but I would say something along the lines of, "Well, I mean, I'm not very surprised." Anyway, let me know what y'all think about that. Just his whole blow up. Just his whole blow up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to know y'all opinions on that, just in particular. I think, there's a good chance. I'm not saying it's due to steroid use, but there's a good chance that he could be having some kind of steroid use, and that's why he could be having all these blow ups. But also, I was speaking to somebody. I used to know somebody who used to actually work with athletes and work with their whether y'all know it or not, a lot of these teams, they hire people to be with the athletes to, I'm not going to say help them through situations or whatever, but, so they can know what's going on in the athlete's head and shit like that. Part of me is things like that. And I knew somebody that was working with, a couple of teams, and the word around town was that LeBron James had a really, really, really fragile psyche, fragile ego, really, really fragile. And that was one of the problems with his jump shot at one point. Supposedly, this is all supposedly. This is allegedly. This is what somebody told me. They told me this quite some time. They told me this when he first went to Miami. This is what I was told. So I heard this quite some time ago. I'm not saying that that's the case now. That's just something to think about. Anyway. Leave the comments down below. I want to know what y'all think about this. Like I always say, what y'all think about this is way more important to me than what I think about this. I already know what I think about this. So leave some comments down below. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you haven't hit that already, and share. And that's all I got for you. I'm out. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you would like to help dictate the direction that this channel takes, please leave a comment. All comments are appreciated, whether positive or negative. Thank you very much, and enjoy your day. And remember, positive thoughts cause for positive things to happen. Let's get it.